Some people say that chess is equal, an equality between two fantastic players. They are going to play equal good moves. Other people claim that Earth is round, and with that in mind, I have a perfect circle. However, we have the Everest, 5,000 meters tall, or we have ocean trenches. I'm trying to say that there is room for creativity, and in this particular game, number 5 of the World Chess Championship Match 2023, we see some amazing moments. So let's check them together. Let's dive in. This is Angelo, and Nepomniachtchi start the game with the move e4. And after this one, Ding replied with e5, knight f3. Here, of course, they played again this particular line, the Spanish line, in the first game, and I have complete analysis there. You are very welcome to check it in order to learn more about the Spanish opening. And here on 2000 approximately, popularized the Berlin defense, popularized by Vladimir Kramnik, played another World Chess Championship match against Garry Kasparov. However, in our game he played a6, the modern approach, and after this one we have knight there attacking the pawn here on e4, castling, so it's a little dangerous to capture this one. This is the open Spanish, and he played there. And now in the first game we have this very interesting idea. You're very welcome to check the analysis there. The most popular move is rook to e1 in order to protect the pawn and later play c3 and d4 to strike in the center. However, in this game we have this move d3. This is an anti-Marshall move. And anti-Marshall, what is the Marshall first of all? The Marshall is a system in which black keep this pawn on d7, and after castling he would like to play d5 in one goal, in one tempo, to put it immediately there. This is the main idea, and he would like to fight against this weakness on d3. For that reason, White would like to play a very solid system here, as you can see, with his pawn structure, so this pawn on d5 is not going to have any real effect during the game. So we have b5 here, and after d6 already black is threatening something. Do you know what? Black is threatening to play knight a5 to capture that bishop, because now he's protecting the pawn. He cannot do it earlier, he cannot go here right now because this pawn on e5 is falling. For that reason he played here, and after c3 to escape with the bishop, if this is necessary, we have castling and h3. We had this h3 move, Ding move, let's say, in game number 2, if I'm not mistaken, in which Ding played this in an appropriate moment, in a very bad moment actually, but here it has some goal, because this move would like to play against that bishop. It's not so easy to develop that bishop, right? Or here he's going to double the pawns. After bishop e6 we can take it. So h3 has something here, and Ding decided to develop this bishop from the other side of the board. We have a4 because he would like to attack here on the queen side, and next sequence of moves is knight here. He is fighting for the square, for a square, and the square that he is fighting, obviously black is not going to lose the pawn here, he's going to take probably, but he is fighting for there, and after that to c4 square. This is why he played a4. So we have this move attacking the bishop went back, and now we have c5. Immediately here something is happening during the game, because we have a closed game. Closed games is when not a lot of pieces had attacking each other, they have some distance, and we have a fence between them with the pawn, a fences with the pawns, for example, and we don't have a lot of contact with their pieces. However, something is happening in this fence, in this pawn structure. We have a hole here, and the hole is that square on d5, and black is weakened that one immediately after the move c5. Keep this in mind, please. In another game on 2022 Miami, Firuzia against Giri, Firuzia played here the move knight a3 with the same idea, to attack this pawn here and maybe to play knight c4 in the future, to attack the pawn mainly. And after some moves we have the ending here. It's approximately here. Firuzia managed to win this game with the white pieces, and the very nice trick was this one. He just played queen takes here, because he cannot really take the queen, we can take there this queen. So he played the move there on d8, and this is a checkmate actually. He's going to checkmate first. It is a checkmate in 2 moves. So Firouzja managed to win that game. So with that in mind, here Nepo came with a novelty, and he checked his strong computer, his seconds, and he found this idea: bishop to g5. The idea of this move is to fight for that square, obviously, because he would like to eliminate one key defender and later to play something like this: knight here, knight there, knight here, a very long maneuver in order to fight for that square, and he will have 2 pieces for that square. So he's going to exchange first of all the bishop, and after that he will install there the knight. This is the main plan. And now we have this move: try to kick this bishop away. We have some exchanges, more exchanges, and knight here development. Nothing really is happening here, because if you understand the main idea, then you can follow up the game with ideas. And now he played this move, obviously occupying that square, and he is ready to exchange the bishops. Black capture there, and after queen d7 he's going to win the fight for the a file, but it's not that important in this Spanish opening, because after this, what is this move is doing? He would like to play d4 in the right moment and free that square for the knight. So we have here black is win the file, the a file. However, he cannot go inside. As you can see, the bishop is protecting that square, so he don't have any entry points. And I'm going to give you another tip actually, and the other tip is that the rook is not cooperating with another piece, so this rook is little useful there. It is controlling some files, however his positional power is not increased because he don't have other pieces to cooperate. And if you like to learn chess and understand chess in this way, actually I have a very cool solution for you. Would you like to become sure and get stable results at chess? Then I'm recommending you this training program divided in years according to FIDE rating. For example, 800, 1000, 1100, 1200. And if you click in any of these links, then you can see the curriculum of each lesson. Here you can see a small video and a very detailed description of the lesson. Please also notice that you can see a lot of puzzles. Try to solve them. We have puzzles with 10 questions for every single training program. It's completely free and you can try it out. The basic methodology of the training program is that we get the basic ideas, then we have illustrative chess examples, specific exercises for each theoretical lesson, and last but not least the final conclusions. The main difference from other programs is that here we are going to analyze the typical opening errors, how to avoid them, the characteristic middle game errors of each level, learn the basic endgames, and last but not least the visualization program. This is very important because it will help you to foresee the chess move ahead and calculate better comparing to your opponents. You can get the package of 4 these training programs, which contain 95 theoretical lessons, approximately 780 minutes. It analyzed 800 games in this fantastic final price. So time for action is now, and click the link in the description. Okay, now let's come back, and here we have the next move is bishop to d8. What do you think about this move actually, bishop d8? It looks very normal, right? Because he has a plan here. He played the bishop on d8. He would like to put it here, obviously, to eyeballing that square, and in the right moment he would like to play something like c4. This is the idea. However, this maneuver on bishop on d8 proved during the game that this wasn't very nice. He should not put his pieces away. And as you can see here, Garry Kasparov used to separate the board in this way, and if you separate the board you can see that not a lot, all of the black pieces are on the queen side located. So the king side, this king looks a little lonely, isn't it? And white managed to execute a very strong attack here. We have this maneuver, very typical. We have some exchanges. He played this one. He cannot really do the attack right now, but he's going to go on this step by step. We have bishop here, and after h4, immediately here Nepo start attacking. He would like to attack the enemy king, claiming more space here with that move. And now we have this one, he played there, and black tried to do something, and I think what else he can do? He just strike in the center of the board. We have d4, and after he's threatening this pawn right now because he has more powers there, so we have more exchanges, inviting black to capture that knight. And Ding here played this move queen on queen here on c5. He didn't understood actually the main danger, and there is a danger here for black. For example, he played this one, and after that he played here, attacking the queen. The queen went back, and of course he didn't exchange the queens because he would like to isolate some of the black pieces on the queen side and attack with the other pieces in the king side. And he played right now knight to f5. Very nice move. He's threatening now to checkmate in one move with the queen like this, and after this he just captured with the pawn. The queen is under attack, the rook is protecting, and suddenly all of the white pieces here with the pawns are attacking the enemy king. And usually when you're attacking with all of your pieces, usually you will have something. You're going to win here. And another thing that we should consider actually is that these pieces are not really participating in the game, right? They're not doing anything. They're lovely pieces, look very active, but however they don't have a scope. They are unemployed. They are not doing anything at all. And here already Ding went wrong. He played these small inaccuracies. He played queen to f6. Maybe not the best move. Better was to play queen d7, pinning that pawn, intending to exchange some pieces. It was more standard defense. However, when you play a game with 1000 rating player, and suddenly if you just play the fantastic defensive moves and you cannot do anything at all, probably he is cheating. This is something that you should keep in mind, because defense is something difficult. It's not easy to defend actually. And you can see even Ding is number 2 rating player in the world. He didn't play the best moves in the defense. He played queen f6, but better was this one, as you can see. And he played this one. So if someone is playing perfect defensive moves, he is cheating. And now white has the total domination. He free here the G line in order to start forward, push forward the pawn. He is attacking the rook as well on the corner. You have to foresee that one. And after this he played an amazing move. Nepo is not only an attacking player, and he starts attacking no matter what. He is a very nice player, skilled, comprehensive player. He has a lot of advantages actually, and he played now a very nice waiting move, semi-waiting move. He played rook e2, and suddenly black realized that it's extremely difficult to move himself, and we're in move 32 here, and he is squeezing actually to find good moves. Ding was in time pressure right now. He has to find some defensive moves. It's not so easy to move your pieces with the black here, because this is doing anything at all. He's just defending, and he played the move bishop to c5. We have now g4, queen d8, and as you can see, it will be fantastic if we have this bishop on f6. You can see immediately the situation can change, because this bishop can play a defensive role here and helping a little bit for black to push that pawn forward. However, the bishop is here on c5, and this is very, very bad. We have this move right now, and of course Ding would like to play something like this and then to play something like that. However, here he is losing. Can you spot the tactic? And the tactic is a very, very typical tactic actually, and very typical tactic is this one, to give this check, because if you just take here, we can take the queen. This is the first step. However, when we are calculating, we should calculate even deeper, and here black can play obviously the move king h7, and right now what's happening? Our queen is under attack, our rook is a little active, but what are we going to play? Because you cannot go away with the queen. Maybe this knight is falling. Black has some ideas. And here we have something really, really amazing. I invite you to pause the video and try to find this one actually. It's white's turn. And white can play this amazing move g5, a key move, and after this he is going to play this check, a deadly check. And after this only move he can take neither with h-pawn or with f, and this is a checkmate because the rook is controlling some squares. Amazing actually variation to see. And for that reason Ding here played this very nice move, king to f8, and of course Ding is a very strong player. He is calculating very well, and it was impressive despite the fact that he lost that game. It was really nice to hear how he is defending, how stubborn he is, how difficult it's to beat him. And now he played this move, and we have king f1, another amazing move by Nepo, really amazing move, because here you can see both players are calculating here, and they're calculating a lot of variations. For example, very tempting is knight e5, obviously because we're creating a threat on checkmate threat, and after the obvious move we can take the bishop. However, he can defend this one with king to c7, for example. He can defend both of them, and now we have another tactical blow, really cool tactical blow. White's turn, and he has this, boom. He has to take with the pawn, we can recapture, he has the extra piece, this is the extra piece unfortunately, and after this move he can play here, and now we are threatening, for example, after some moves, we are threatening this deadly check, or this, it will be a checkmate. So he has this check here, try to give back this useless piece on from f5, and after this we have this check. He's going to exchange queens, for example, here, and of course white has better endgame there. It's completely winning for white. However, he foreseen this one. He is understanding that he's almost winning here, and he saw some variation, and he started to play some prophylactic moves, make extremely difficult for Ding to defend. He's not taking any decision right now. It's a committal decision to go with the knight on e5, so he's playing king f1, and he's threatening knight to e5. And some strong players used to say that the threat, to keep the threat, this is a threat here, it's stronger than the execution. Very important tip to have in mind. And he played this one, and Ding here tried to play the strategy, the waiting strategy. He believes that he has a fortress, or he's built on that, and he's trying to move his rook back and forth, actually giving more time to white to prepare his attack. However, maybe it was little better to enter the endgame something like this and that. His endgame is terrible, but what else he can do? And after rook c8 he played this one. He's preparing, everything is coming, as you can see. The rook can come here, he can start pushing the pawns, and after rook b8 here in this moment, he just played the amazing move. Computer didn't understand how strong this move is instantly. He didn't realize it instantly. And the best move, the best punch here is g5, because he is destroying the king's shelter here, and he would like to move forward. We have g5. He has to take it, what else to do? And now rook here. What to do now? Because after the most obvious move, f6, obviously both of the players calculate a very nice combination. Again, the knight can create a lot of damage, and the knight can go on h5, threatening to go on e6 to give a check. He has to take here, and now we have another amazing pawn break. This is the pawn here. He is threatening to create a new queen, something like this, but he is threatening the pawn as well. And after this, he is going to give a check there, and now we have a beautiful checkmate. Both of the players calculate this line, obviously, and after rook here, Ding didn't play f6, because this f7 pawn is the only defender for that light squares. And he played rook a8, and after this, he played a check here. And here I have another question. Where are you going to play? Because the first move looks extremely normal and natural, however it's not the best. We are very close to the time control, and if you just play king g2, he will have the opportunity to play queen a8. This is a skewering, as you can see. He's going to exchange the queens. Obviously white is winning here, but why to exchange the queens? And he played this move, king e2. And now he has to take another decision, because right now he cannot play queen a8, for example. After queen a8, he can perform a checkmate here. Very strong move. So he played a check there. The knight is here. Of course, he is spinning the knight, but he cannot increase the pressure on that knight. And the next move is this one. So white has everything under control. Now both of the players, after queen e8, he took time, actually. They both took more time, extra time on the clock, and now white is going to continue his attack. Black is not in a time pressure. And after this move, he played queen here, tried to exchange the queens. We have the exchange, he cannot do a lot of things, and the very, very powerful move is f6. What is happening right now? If you just take the pawn, the knight will take, and we're threatening a check here on g8. It is a skewering because the king has to go away and we're losing the rook. And if he goes here, for example, we have this check, and we're not giving checks in order to give checks. We have some ideas behind it. This is a check blocking the rank. And after this one, he's going to promote the pawn. And not like this, like that. And why black here cannot do anything at all? Because this poor bishop again cannot really defend that pawn. He cannot do anything. And white is completely winning. But please look how Ding react to that. He played this move g6 here, very nice move. He would like to close the file. After this move, for example, he would like to play something like this and this. It's not white is better, obviously, but he's fighting here, fighting for this very nice idea g6, and of course Nepo just captured that pawn, capturing here, and after rook here he played rook to g4 because he would like to combine all of his pieces and the pawns in order to create a checkmate attack. And after this one he just captured the pawn. He played the final move rook h6 and Ding resigned. Why? Because after this, for example, he can give a check, and after this the best move is king f5, and after that the most natural way for me is to give a check here, and after that we can play there, threatening to give a checkmate. However, after this move we have another very strong move. If you are able to find this one, it's white's turn here, please write it below in the comments. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this amazing video, amazing game, and I'm looking forward to see you in the future. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.